What's up, everybody? It is Coach Chair, and we are back with another coaching video with a lot to learn in this one. This one is a continuation. It's a part two of Where Do I Stand, because we're calling this one the advanced one. So if you haven't watched the first one, you should go watch that one first, and then practice for a couple of weeks, then come back and watch this one, because this one we're going to the next level. Okay, so in our first video, let's get me out of the way. There we go. We brought everybody out and we said, go to your positions. You're at first, you're at second, you're at third. And, well, everybody just stands in their literal places. All right. And then we talked about how that creates these huge holes, and that's going to be a home run every single time. Okay. So we then talked about this word called range. We talked about how your range gets bigger the further from the plate you are, because you have more reaction time. So our pitcher and first base, they're closer, so they don't have as much range. So it's a smaller circle. They've got good circle range. All right. So this is where we have placed everybody for the first couple of weeks of the season. But now we want to take it to the next level, the advanced level, okay? So we're going to introduce a couple of terms before we continue, all right? And these two terms are going to be critical for understanding this whole, coaching tutorial. First one is pull, all right? And pull is what we refer to a hit when we hit it at the same side where the batter stands on. I'm going to explain this. I'm going to show you so many pictures, and this is going to make sense to you, okay? So just stick with me. I'm just introducing the term right now. All right, pull is statistically where our biggest power is. I'll kind of explain why in just a second. And then our other one is called oppo, okay, which is short for opposite. Opposite field, opposite side. And that's swinging to the other side of the field. Now you're going to see this word swinging early and swinging a fraction later. So let me explain that right now, okay? So here we go. We've got this guy batting. He's in the batter's box. Okay, he's actually a left-handed batter. Okay, and so because he's a left-handed batter, the opposite side, here I am, the opposite side is this side opposite of him. So this side, and then this is his pull side. So let's get a ball in here. Come on. There she goes. So here comes the pitch. Looks like I pitched it. Let's do it again. Whee! And here it comes. And you see he's starting to swing. Okay? Now, look at the angle of his bat. Is it possible for the ball to hit the bat and go this way? No. So this ball is going to bounce off his bat and go towards the opposite side of the field, the opposite side of the batter's box. Everybody see that? Okay. So that ball might bounce this way. It might bounce this way. It might go. No, it's not going to do that. Okay. It might go really far. All right. But it's going to go in this general direction. We call it the opposite direction. Okay, so this is swinging a little bit late. Okay, that's what our last slide said. Now, here's swinging earlier. A faster swing. See how the bat's further way around? Okay, so now if he hits that ball, there's no possible way that that ball could go sideways. Okay, it's going to bounce off of his bat, okay, towards the pull side, all right, of this batter. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so if I back all the way up, pull is swinging early, okay, and hitting it to the same side that the batter's on, and oppo's swinging a little bit later and hitting it to the opposite side, okay? Now, we say that pull, we get more power because this is the side your muscles are on, and all your momentum is going in this rotational way. So actually, as you hit to your pull side, you get way better hits, harder hits, farther hits. It's very rare. where you'll see hitters hit better to the opposite side. And if they are doing that, it's because they've actually done a lot of training to do that. Okay? So, let's look now at where do I stand? Where do we stand? Okay? Maybe I should get out of the field. All right. So, we got a batter, and this is a right-handed batter. That's the opposite. It's different than the guy that we just saw. So, the guy we just saw is left-handed. So, here's this girl. She's a righty, which means that anything to her side, or left side, that's going to be her pull hits. Anything to the right side is her opposite side, or oppo hits. Okay. Now, baseball loves statistics. What does that mean? It means we keep track of things. So, she hit it here, and then the next time she hit it here, the next time she hit it here, and that gives us a little math and to tell us, well, she's probably going to do the same thing most of the time. So if we had 10 hits, statistically, at least 8 of those hits are going to the pull side. Why? Well, because biomechanically, right? I don't know if I'll be too big. Okay, biomechanically, as our muscles turn, okay, we are designed, like I showed you, that rotational force to actually go in this direction. And when we get the best hit possible, we are going towards our pull side. So about 80% of the time, I'm just making that as a number. There's probably very accurate numbers out there that I should have researched. Okay, but more than half, more than 50% of the time, these balls are going to our pull side. Okay, so here you go. You have 4. Oh, there's one. It went to the opposite side. Now, it is still possible because sometimes when we swing, we're a little bit late. The pitch was faster than we expected, or we just weren't. We started our swing a little bit later, and so sometimes we will have the odd ball go to our opposite side. All right, but statistically speaking, mathematically speaking, most of our hits, oh, there's another one to the opposite side, are going to the pull side. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, there's 10 hits. Okay, so you see how 8 out of the 10 hits are to the left side of the field for this girl. Okay, now, maybe you think I just made this up. All right, but as I said, there's a lot of statistics out there. All right, and this is in the statistics, we call this a spray chart. And so there's different websites. They have different types of spray charts. Here's one website's version of a spray chart. You can see most of the hits going to the left side. Okay, here's someone else's. Okay, so this one they used dots and they colored them. So these orange dots are hits that ended up being singles. These blue ones are doubles. Look at the rare hit that went to the right side, but look, double, 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 all to the left side of the field. We got some home runs. Okay, I thought it'd be good to show you a different type of spray chart. And here's a spray chart for a left-handed batter. Check that out. They showed it in a very different way, different spray charts. Okay, but the majority of the hits and the biggest power for this left-handed batter is going to this side of the field. So different ways of showing it. But I only show you these just to tell you that, like, spray charts are for real. This is how baseball is played. A lot of the players that you see when you watch the Blue Jays play, they're not guessing. They're standing in very specific spots. There's no real point of standing in here on a certain player. So they'll statistically put a person here, they'll move a person here, and they'll put a person here. And that's how they'll arrange their outfield. Okay, looks like this person really needs an outfielder here, need an outfielder here. Don't really need someone here, but we could put somebody here. And so everything that you see is very statistically driven. Okay, so we're now going to be super professional and we're going to kind of keep some of these stats, but at a more simple level. Okay, let's flip to a left-handed batter like that guy that we saw earlier. Okay, so now this girl, as a left-handed batter, put me on the left-handed side. Okay, she is going to, there we go, have a pull on this side. All of her pull hits, because her rotational energy is going, twisting this way. So her hits will go this way. Okay, this will be her oppo field. And again, 8 out of 10 are going to go to her pull side. Okay, still very possible. Okay, Honestly, there are some hitters in the Major League Baseball that never hit it to their oppo field side, and it's pretty fun. They had to make a rule in baseball to stop defenses from overtaking an advantage. All right, so let's remove all of that and show you the range. Okay, remember our range. You can see that we have it pretty well covered. All right, so that's why the first "Where Do I Stand" video was good. It was a generic help. Okay, but now we want to take a statistical advantage on every batter. All right, so we're going to remember that this is their oppo side, and look at their oppo side. Barely that ball touches. We only have 2 balls on the oppo side, but we've got half of our fielders. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. So does it make sense to have 4 on this side and 4 on this side if they're mostly just hitting it to this side anyway? So wouldn't it be to our advantage to put more fielders over here, to shift them over, move them over to where more of the hits are going? It makes sense to me, and it makes sense to the Major League Baseball players. So they do this thing called shift. They shift over. See, watch how we moved our outfielders. Let me move them back. All right, let's shift them over, and look how now we've brought her range to help. Okay, and we're not done, because statistically we know that pull hits are stronger, which means they can go farther. So we're going to back up, because that gives us more chance. Because at any level, but especially at our levels, our beginning levels, any ball that gets past our outfielders is probably a home run. Okay, and if we keep it in front of us, it's probably only a single or a double. Okay, so it's so important that our outfielders never, ever, ever let a ball go behind them. So we'll play it safe, and we'll back up, get a bigger range. Okay, and that was just our outfield. Okay, well, why didn't she move back? Well, because remember, we said oppo field, opposite side hits don't go as far. All right, so she can stay in because they're not as hard hit. They are going to move back just to be careful. I also like to pay attention to the girl's stance. Does she look like she's like, or does she look like she's, right? I like to watch when they're in field. Are they a really good catcher? Are they a really good thrower? Because those girls typically have worked harder on their batting. And so they're more probably likely to hit it harder. Okay? So all of these things help us statistically getting an advantage over the other girl. Well, we can also shift our infield too. Let's shift our infield over so our shortstop can help with more balls. Okay. Notice I also moved first base back. Okay. And that'll help give her a bigger range because more of the balls are coming this way. All right. Well, third, you're saying there's a huge gap here. Well, statistically, there's not a lot of balls that are going to go through here. And if it gets through, then we clap for her. She's probably going to get a double. But we're going to be able to get there in time. It won't be as hard of a hit, and we'll get it in and stop her. Okay? So we're going to play statistically to get the most outs as possible. Okay? That's where we started as our standard, and this is where our cheating, not cheating, it's not cheating at all. It's our taking full advantage of us working harder. Just by watching this video, you're working harder than some of the other girls you're going to play against because you're learning the game. Okay, now let's flip over and see a right-handed batter, and her spray chart says that she mostly hits over here. This is a big problem if you're not paying attention. A lot of girls say to me, "Coach, I don't like the outfield. It's boring. All we do is stand there." Well, if all you do is stand there, then you're not really helping take our advantage defensively, right? My fielders should be moving and adjusting to every batter that comes up. So that last girl, that was where she hit it mostly, but this next girl hits it more over here. So this is not a good defense. We got to shift everybody over out of her oppo field. All right, and we got to know that she hits deeper in her pull section. So we're going to back them up. We got to move our infield over. Let's shift them over. Our first base takes that advantage of coming closer. because the opposite side fields aren't as hard. All right. And friends, this is advanced level baseball. All right. Next girl comes up. Look how everybody moves. Let's go back. Next girl. Everybody moves. Everybody moves. Everybody moves. And to me, this actually makes the game more fun because I'm not standing in one spot. You know how I'm saying clean your gravel and then prepare with your prep step. Oftentimes, I as a player don't have time to clean my gravel because what I'm end up doing is I'm shifting. I'm moving for every single batter. Right? And the teams that just stay in our where do I stand basic positioning and never move, they will be good teams. But the difference between a good team and a great team are that the great teams know that statistically they can take advantages. And when you take an advantage, you're going to be more successful. All right? So thanks for watching. Thanks for caring about baseball to get to an advanced level of base running. And, advanced. Good luck out there. Do your best. And here's what I'll tell you. I like when my team plays over and does that shift. Okay? And sometimes people will say to me, because remember we said 8 out of 10 hits are going to go there. And then one of those 10 hits, remember 2 of them, 2 out of 10 hits are going to go to the oppo. And it might hit a gap and be like, if we had been in our standard spots, we would have gotten it. And we can't fall into that trap because 8 out of the 10 landed where they were supposed to. And that helped us get more outs. And so we are going to allow some hits, all right, on those odd hits that they're able to do. But we're probably going to take away more hits. And that's the idea. That's the essence of playing baseball. All right. And as you get better and better and you start actually taking stats of the other team, that's when you start saying, okay, she always hits it here. I'm always going to stand here. And she always hits it here. I'm always going to move and stand over here. And that's the fun of baseball that new players don't get to enjoy. But welcome to not being new. You are an advanced player now. And so I hope you try this and that you work together with your team and let's have some fun.